This is the 14th session on dairy technology from Daniskov, and this time I'll be dealing with cheese ripening. After the initial manufacturing process of cheese is done in the cheese room, the cheese ripening happens, and here most cheeses are ripened in contrast to fresh cheese. The process is especially important since it defines the flavor and texture of the cheese, which differentiates the many varieties. The time it happened depends on the type of cheese and the desired quality, and typically it ranges from 3 weeks to 2 or more years. Ripening is influenced by a variety of factors ranging from microflora to the curd and others. The enzymatic process is the most crucial process for all cheeses, although bacteria plays a role in many varieties. The factors that influence the ripening is the rennet, bacteria, and enzymes. Each of these factors affects the cheese ripening process differently and has been the subject to much research, which is still happening. It is important for manufacturers to understand how each of these elements works so that they are able to maintain the quality of the cheese while producing the cheese at an acceptable time and cost these agents contribute. By taking the cheese through the cereal maturation stages, where temperature and relative humidity are carefully controlled. In contrast to cheddaring, making cheese like camembert requires a more gentle treatment of the curd. It is carefully transferred to cheese hoops, and the whey is allowed to drain from the curd by gravity, generally overnight. The cheese curd are then removed from the hoops to be brined by immersion in a saturated salt solution. This is because the amount of salt has a large effect on the rate of proteolysis in the cheese, stopping the bacteria from growing. If white mold spores are not being added to the cheese milk, the cheesemaker applies them to the cheese by spraying them on the cheese surface. Little history. Cheese ripening was not always the highly industrialized process it is today. In the past, cellars and caves were used to ripen cheese instead of the currently highly regulated process involving machinery and biochemistry. Some cheeses still are made using more historical methods, such as the blue cheese Roquefort, which is required to be ripened in designated caves in southeastern France. However, with the invention of refrigeration in the 20th century, the process have evolved considerably and is much more efficient at producing consistent quality of cheese at a faster pace and a lower cost depending on the type of cheese. Mold cheese ripens faster than hard cheese. Some cheese are surface ripened by molds, such as the camembert and the brie, and some are ripened internally, such as Stilton. Some cheese develop a bacterial surface growth that gives the characteristic color and appearance. The growth of Brevibacterium lenens, for example, creates an orange coat for the cheese. And that's the end of the 13 sessions from Daniskov. Have a good day. Bye for now.